seen things so unstable.
Right.
They are, you know, obviously we all went through, oh, there's chaos in the pandemic and elections, and there was a lot of chaos, right? But at this time, uh, things are extraordinarily energetically unstable. So there's this is there um, is a gift here in this, but you have to stay focused. If you lose focus and you buy into the chaos, uh, it will go off the rails in so fast. So what do I mean by that? I mean that I have never in my life experienced so many like odd malfunctions. The credit card gets hacked. The bank accounts or passwords not working or email. I would get a few. Like there'd be a few emails from today and yesterday, and then it would go back to March right after that. It's like my inbox. What? It's like, why is there everything missing in between now and March? And then, a little while later, it'll appear. Um, Other emails appear in the trash. Um, uh, Everything is extremely chaotic because we are moving as an entire species into a new evolved state. The earth, everything, this is the earth and everything living on it. I'm sure everybody on this, well, most of the people on this call are familiar with something called the Schumann resonance. You can look it up. But for ages that have been 7.8 cycles per second, that was the actual frequency or hertz of the earth, the measurable hertz. It had been 7.8 hertz. And then over time, after about in the 80s, late 80s, it started to move up. And where it would move up just a little bit, 7.9, 8, 8.1, there was some moving up of the frequency. Now, it's shooting up 30, 40, 70, 100, and then it'll drop back down. So everything is from the earth on, and everything living on it is a very, very unstable. I'm seeing this in my customers, that that extraordinary levels of instability. However, there is a silver lining. If you know how to, you can exploit this to your benefit and the benefit of everybody around you. When something happens, and it's going to, is just like you put no energy into it. It's like, oh, okay, that thing broke. All right. Well, it's going to seem like the end of the world if you buy into it. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, it's no way. You know, there's, we're at the end of our wits, right? And seriously, it'll seem like that. But if you back up for a minute and just like, whoa, okay, hold on a second. Wait a second. Just take a breath, relax. I'm just going to let this one sit for a minute, right? If you can, depending upon the, right, there's situations where you have to go to the hospital or whatever. But if it's something that you can just like, you know what, I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. Or if it's something like, oh, I have to call the bank or the credit card company, just get on the phone with no energy on it. Just, hey, there's some transactions here that doesn't look right. Or, hey, can we handle this? Looks like we've got a problem. Okay. And if you don't put any energy into it, you're going to find it'll be click, 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 click. And something else will be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. It's like, hey, did you know that, I've got a $200 credit for you on, whatever. Just like, what? I thought this was the end of the earth, and actually it's something good. Okay, so first of all, put no energy into the chaos. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just step back. It's just an event. Okay, relax. And the next thing to do, okay, is begin to focus on your abundance. No matter what your situation is, you have abundance. You have an abundance of health. There's an abundance of air. There's an abundance of water. Right now, whatever your situation is, you can probably go get some water somewhere. And all you want, you could turn on the spigot and let it rip, and it will just keep flowing, right? There's rivers, there's oceans. My point is, notice abundance. As you notice abundance and you're focused on it, then what happens is where we put our energy, our attention is where our energy goes. And because things are so malleable right now, you'll be shocked, but you cannot buy into the chaos. You actually have to be proactive and like, you know what? I notice when I walk down the beach, I notice how many grains of sand there are. And I'm like, oh my God, there are so many grains of sand. You couldn't count them in a lifetime. And this is just this one beach. And oh my God, can you believe? So abundant. There's so much paint, right? There's paint on every house. There's an abundance of paint. There's an abundance of people. There's an abundance of food in every grocery store. There's an abundance of air for me to breathe. I've had an abundance of health in my life. Maybe I got some little things here and there, this hurts or something right now, but I've had an abundance of my kidneys working. My lungs have been filling me with air since I was born. My heart circulating abundantly since I was born. There's an abundance of everything everywhere. If you buy into the scarcity, lack, and chaos, and you watch the TV and you listen to the radio on these type of fear-based things, look out. Look out, because it will happen so fast, especially if you get emotional. And my guess is that you got emotional when one bomb hit, and then the next one, you couldn't even control the emotions. And
I cried I haven't stopped crying. I mean, it's
okay. All right.
It's funny, Susie. Bill and I were talking about this exact thing today, and we're not immune. I had we have a deadline that got moved up. We thought we had till September. We now have till July 8th. Right in the middle of that, I have caregivers for my parents, and right in the middle of that, we caregiver quit. Just chaos, and then all the schedules were a mess, and all kinds of just chaos. So, doing the work that we do, I knew I had to keep myself from engaging in that chaos because I knew I would create more. So every day, 3-4 times a day, I'm getting myself back to neutral. So I have the brain power to think through the next thing that's coming. Well, as Bill and I talked today, we realized when those of us, and you're included, doing this work, raising our consciousness, right? When we become bigger and brighter and our consciousness are raised, there's all the reason in the world for us to be stopped. So what happens when we're stopped, when we don't continue to raise our consciousness? Then we don't help the people that we come in contact with next. We don't have the brain power available, like in Bill's and my case, to create the next program. We're not really full on. We're now engaged in that mess that's happening that really, and there's not much you can do about. It's just stuff. So that's what Bill and I, together did today. Put myself back in a place of neutral and clear and brain back on, so I can be here to serve all of you guys. So even though we can't control the chaos that's going around, We can control how it feels in our body. And that's the beauty and key of what we do with Cogno Movement.
There is a, and it's hard to see when things are being created so quickly in the negative. But if you can back away from this for just a minute and see your power, that this happened like that, and the degree to which you created all that energy around that. Now there's so much of this chaos, it's just going to start happening for all of us. But if you can stay focused and like every day start out with abundance, you can turn this thing around. When you do Cogno Movement today, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to do something completely, we have never done this. On the free Cogno Movement hour, which today, we are going to do Cogno Positive today. And everybody's, if you've done this, if you've been here before, everybody's going to get something new. If it's your first time, well, this is what you're getting today. It's Cogno Positive, where we are going to focus on our abundances and the positive things in our lives, and then the thing we want. And you're going to notice what happens in your body. If we can align left and right brain and your body in a good feeling, things manifest extremely fast. Now, this is only one part of manifesting that I'm going to do today, but it will, if you can do this and then continue to do it, imagine the power of having both your creativity and your logic aligned, your body, your feeling all aligned towards one goal. Stuff just starts happening. And that's what we can do. So I will do that for everybody today. I think it's important with the amount of chaos and the instability going on to help everybody to start producing something new. I'll give you a quick tip also, because some of you, this is a Band-Aid, right? I call Cogno Movement the cure, and then certain things that I teach Band-Aids. Well, the Band-Aid is, Susie, you are having a lot of feelings like that are like, oh my gosh, I'm in such fear, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, simply with a simple new understanding, everybody look at Susie's face. Look at Susie's face. Do you see something? Do you see her eyebrows put together? You see how they're scrunched up? When I said you're in a lot of fear, right? You have the worried look, right? Right? We know what worried look like. That is a contraction. In order for you to feel fear, you have to contract your body. You cannot feel fear and be relaxed. So we can temporarily, as long as I stay relaxed, I can make the fear go away. The fear, the jealousy, the anger, the resentment, the blame, you name it, even the sadness. We can make it all go away in this very simple exercise. And I'm going to show this to everybody right now. This is kind of Secrets of the Masters, kind of special gift for everybody, because I want to help you to be able to do things instantly when you're out there after you leave. And that is simply relax. So Susie, I want you to relax your face. Actually relax. You have command over your body. Notice I'm not going to tell you not to be in fear. You feel how you feel about the fear. All I'm going to ask you to do is to relax your body. Just relax your body. Everyone, wherever there's some tension in your body, I hope you can hear me. Somebody said increase your volume. Can you hear me okay now, everybody?
No, you're good as long as you sit close to your mic. Maybe pull the
Okay.
mic back towards yourself.
Okay. I increased my gain a little bit there. So if your body is relaxed, you can't feel anything. And I mean anything emotional. I know that sounds ridiculous, but in a second, I'm going to prove it to you. Whatever the big problem is in your life, put it on a scale of 1 to 10. And now simply begin to notice where the tension is in your physical body. Where is it? It could just be something like this, just a little bit. Just relax your face. Some of us carry it in the jaw. Relax your jaw. Relax the back of your neck. You have command over your body. You can tell it to relax. That's all we're doing is just relaxing the body. Wherever. Relax the neck, jaw, shoulders. Notice the micro tensions, just little tension. Some people look very stoic. They won't show any emotion, but if you notice their toes, they're clenched up. Unclench your toes. Relax the bottom of your feet or your hands. Relax your hands. Relax your forearms. Notice your belly. A lot of people hold stuff in the belly and the lower back. Just relax it. You have command. You can tell it to relax. Relax every part of you. And now go back and notice there's still a little bit of tension somewhere. Somewhere, what I call micro tensions. Just the smallest of tension. You have command over your body and tell that part to relax. Notice your gut, notice your lower back, notice your neck, around your eyes, your tongue, in your mouth. Relax that. And now, just ask Susie. Susie, did you do that exercise with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. And what number did you start at on a scale of 1 to 10 on the
Well,
feet?
I was more like 12, but I'll go with 10.
Okay. And where are you at now so far?
I'm at a 4 emotionally and a 6 physically. I'm still getting a lot of back pain. That's where it centers.
Right. Okay. So now you still have tension in the body. So we've knocked it down. We've knocked it down from a 10 to a 4 or 6, depending on, physical pain. And then there's emotional. Emotional's at a 4 and physical's at a 6. Again, relax. That's all we're doing is just, you're very good, Susie. You've done a lot of training on different things. You know how to tell your body to relax. Notice all those little places that there's tension and just tell it to relax. It literally cannot hold on. If you relax your body, the motion can't be felt. Our body needs to participate. Okay. Just keep going one after the next. So this is a Band-Aid. As soon as you tense up, it'll come back. But if you understand this concept, it'll be a gift that you'll have forever. Forever. And it's a gift you can pass on. Okay. Wonderful. And let me stop there. And if anybody wants to make a comment on their pain level before and after, and any questions. So I'll just stop.
Can I add to my thing a little bit, Bill? When we left the conference with Liz and Leah and Coral, Wally and I were flying. As soon as you started helping me relax, I went, oh, wow, we left it, dimensions above this. And then it just kept feeling like things hit us and we'd clinch and hit us some more. So the goal, my question is, the goal is as things hit us, if they hit us, we learn to relax and try to see something better.
Relax and just deal with the problem without emotion. And it will be a much smaller problem than you think. That's typically what happens. And especially if you don't rush it, you just relax into it, give it time. If it's prudent, and you'll find new solutions, new ways, not tense up about it. And all the while thinking about abundances of all kinds. It's not just money, it's every abundance that you have. Just keep focused on abundance and just noticing. You'll find things will just be very different. I know it sounds like, that's, wishful thinking or magical thinking. But I'm telling you, I'm working with a lot of people and the both things are happening. You know, uh, it works.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and it works. And almost congratulate. I'd be like, congratulations. I'm a great creator. I'm very powerful. And I know it's hard because, I walk by TV sets and, if I'm upset, poof, they're going $800 for a TV. And I'm like, God, oh man, stupid, stupid, stupid. Why? That was expensive. And I just bought that, and it's like, well, okay, Bill, just manage your stuff, manage your stuff. Okay. All right. Any comments or questions from anybody before we get started on this? Anybody comment on how the relaxation thing went for them?
Hey, Bill, I just want to say welcome to everybody who's new. If you'll post in the chat that you are new here, that would be great. Let us know who's new. Also, let us know how you found us. That would be great as well. I just want to give a shout out tonight. We have some of our senior practitioners here with us. We have Marina Ray. She is on the East Coast in Massachusetts, Boston, Massapoisa area, Cape Cod area. We have Annette Villaverde with us here, who is in the Princeton, New Jersey area, not far from New York City. We have Shay here, who is in the Southern Oregon area as well. If I missed anybody, give us a shout out, but our practitioners are here on the chat as well. You can ask them questions and me as well during the session. Feel free to post here. We will answer you during the session while Bill is coaching.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, there's a lot of new people here tonight that I haven't met yet. Love to, at the end, if you have any questions or anybody who would like to just ask me any questions on anything, we're going to stay after to do that. I'm going to tell you something about today. Today is going to be completely different with doing this Cogno movement. But before I start, a typical Cogno movement session is designed to help eliminate the myriad of negative feelings: shame, guilt, grief, anger, fear, resentment, blame, all of these, anger, all of the feelings that are reactions that you don't want, that you can't help, repetitive thoughts of those. We can give you an emotional amnesia. Cogno movement does that. And it also can create a craving amnesia and that's where you focus on it and you imagine you're enjoying whatever, the chocolate cake or the red wine or whatever, the guacamole, whatever your thing is that you want to get rid of. And you imagine you're enjoying it and then poof, it goes away. You have a sensation in your body and then you just don't feel that way anymore. And the product doesn't even seem to taste the same anymore. So this is one of the two typical things that we do with Cognomovement. It can be used for athletic performance and also increasing your mental acuity and that sort of thing. Today, I'm going to tell you about the discovery of Cogno Positive. And I'm taking you through a very basic Cogno Positive where we're going to work on what you want to manifest. And this is just the beginning stage. Cogno, we have something called Cogno Quantum, where we can really manifest very quickly. But this portion typically comes after a regular Cognomovement session. The initial discovery of this was with a man I helped at the end of about a week that was suicidal. I happened to be friends with his father, and his father said, you know, my son came to me and said, Dad, I'm going to commit suicide. I just don't know when. And you're not going to, you know, I'm trying to work up the courage, but I'm going to do this. And, you know, you can put me in an institution, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it when I get out, you know, or whatever, but I'm done. And so the father comes to me and says, listen, and he had been in institutions in the past and things like that. The father came to me and he said, I don't know exactly what you do, but, you know, I have this strong feeling you can help him. And so I was like, okay. So, you know, I agreed, and I spent, you know, a few hours with him every day until, you know, at the end of like 3 days, we had cleared out all of his resentment towards his dad, all of his bad feelings about himself, all of his resentments against his wife and you know, his ex-wife, and all these myriad, all the things of his life that were causing him to be down, right? So we did a bunch of things, and he was like, Bill, you know, I got nothing. I'm fine. But I got there on the last day, and I was like, I was driving over there, and I was thinking to myself, well, I wonder what would happen if I did and focused on what he wanted in the positive. And we started focusing on, you know, I asked him, what would be ideal for you? And it was like, I'd have money and I could buy a house and I'd have a car and a good job where people liked me, and I'd have a credit card, you know, and I'd be able to, you know, take my son to places and do things and all kinds of, you know, things, right? You know, he had been real down and out. And so we started and we did this where we were like, okay, you know, imagine if that you got the job now, you know, oh, it's the perfect job where everybody likes you and you're enjoying doing it. And we're doing Cognomovement, right? Which I'm going to show you this. And we're doing Cognomovement and you, oh man, you got the down payment for the house, and now you got the house and enough money to have the, you know, payments and then some, and, you know, you can go out to dinner, and, you know, you can buy your kids stuff and everything. And there's a credit card, and I'm working with them and doing this, right? And this is absolutely the most bizarre thing that at the time, I've witnessed a lot of bizarre things, but I couldn't even believe it. I was there and I'm working with him, and he's like, you know, doing the whole exercise, and he can really feel it, right? And I've seen this happen before. There's a particular type of person who can really feel things. They're very, they're feelers, where they really feel things. Well, anyway, we were doing this, and all of a sudden, you know, I was like, probably maybe 7 minutes into this, and I threw him, you know, I was throwing the ball, and all of a sudden he was like, he caught the ball, and he was like, oh, and I was like, oh my God, that's my first heart attack, you know, oh Jesus, I'm gonna, you know, 911. I was like, 911. I was like, oh my God, you know, I think I've done killed somebody. He's like, oh, and I was like, and he couldn't talk. And I was like, are you? And I was like, you okay? What? And then and the ball dropped, and I was like, oh, I was waiting. I just wasn't sure what was going on. And he was like, he came out of it. He finally came out. I was like, what happened? He says, I don't know how to describe it. But he was in the emotion of all these positive things, and it became so real for him that he said it wasn't sexual, but it was a full body orgasm, like the actual physical ecstasy of being in the position of all this happening. So anyway, Rare, I've seen it happen a few times, but I tell the story because it was mind-blowing. That was the physical results with this one, but the unbelievable thing after the fact was not one, not two, 3 jobs. 3 jobs. He had 3 jobs. He's like, I talked to him. He called me about a month and a half later. I said, hey man, how's it going? He said, well, yeah, I got 3 jobs now. He couldn't have even one. And that, I can't, it was like hard to turn down because they were all so good. And then he says, I'm working like crazy. And he said, oh yeah, by the way, I'm engaged. I've got a new fiance. It's like, what? Anyway, so many things. I mean, it all flourished and all came together for him. And he's never been the same since. So anyway, Cognomovement can be utilized to do the things that we talked about earlier, which is eliminate the negative, but it can also be utilized to align left and right hemisphere of the brain and the body. You literally have feelings in the body. Some of them can be quite intense, but it's rare when it's very intense, but it does feel really good. It really does feel good. If you pay attention to your body, it feels really good. But you're aligning all of you towards the one goal. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just think about, do you have something, a goal, something that you would love to have happen? And I want you to just choose one thing, not 10 things, just one thing that's big. And we're going to do Cognomovement Positive for that. We're going to enjoy that today. It'll be a nice treat for everybody.
I have a little suggestion.
Yeah.
If you're one of those people, and maybe Susie, this might even be for you, if you're really in a state where chaos and it's crazy, choose just the next best thing. If it's so hard for you to think outside of everything being great, even choose just the next best thing would work as well. Or if you're in the mood for it, choose something fantastic.
Okay. All right. So, yes, I do know that story is bizarre, but it happened. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hold off on questions until the end, and I'm going to show you the exercise, and then you're going to just follow along. All right. You don't have to memorize it because I'm going to help you. Okay. All right. And just be clear on that one thing that you want, making that choice. Okay, here we go. So how do I do this? Is you have your Cognomovement ball. And by the way, this is neuroscience. What actually every step of the way is we exploit a natural neurological response. So what happens is we're stimulating left brain and right brain and causing you to synchronize in the 3 different ways that you learn: kinesthetic, auditory, and visual, based upon a variety of factors, and left right brain, all during this exercise. focus on that one item, and then we begin by moving the ball from left to right. As we move it across the center line of the body, we cause information to go across the corpus callosum, from the logic to the creative side and back again. So you focus in on the thing that we want in our lives. Actually see, touch, taste, feel how it would be, as if it's now. And you call out the color. 99% of your attention is on being in that creation, that thing that you want to have happen. Really think about it, feel it, and you're going to say the color. Say the color that you see: red, green, yellow, orange, purple. So you're going back, left and right, and then we're going to move it up the body higher and higher. We're going to be at throat level, eye level, saying the color, and then overhead. Once we're done with that, then we're going to do what we call an infinity. When I say infinity, what I mean by infinity is this. You simply keep your head forward, and you're going to move the ball in a figure 8 on its side. And you're following the ball with your eyes. Very, very slowly. Very slowly. And once we do that, then we're going to walk in a figure 8. Walking in a figure 8. Every time I make a U-turn in the figure 8, I'm crossing the corpus callosum, information. Every step of the way, you're going to be focused on that manifestation. You're just going to stay in it. Then you'll go to a new position, and every time you look at a new position, you get a new perspective. And then you're going to begin again. We're going to move up the body, and then we're going to do the infinity. Now, I will also add a variety of other techniques in to stimulate your brain. Your eyes, your spinal column, and your brain are one system. And we're going to stimulate that multiple different ways. So this process, we know, we've scientifically proven it. We have brain scans that you can see on Cognomovement.com, and some other energy tests that you can see on Cognomovement.com. So here we go. Ready, everybody? Grab your ball. You got your thing that you want to manifest? Whatever it is that you want to manifest, I want you to really focus in on it. Okay? Imagine that it's real. It's real. Stand up and put your ball down at your waist level and focus in as your eyes are down on the ball. See it, this thing that you want to manifest. Feel it, smell it, touch it, taste it. Be there. Be there as if it's real and it's now. And let yourself feel the feeling of it. You have it now. Imagine you have it now. And now we're going to begin moving all the way left, all the way right. Feel it. Feel it. Be in it. Say the color. Say the color. Feel it. You're there. You're enjoying it.
Keeping your eyes on the ball at all times.
99% of your attention is on it. Keeping your eyes on the ball. Keeping your eyes on the ball. Say the color you see. enjoying having it. Enjoying having it. Two hands are on the ball, and it's got to move across the center line. It's one of those things that makes this work. Go to the solar plexus. Imagine you're there enjoying this. Enjoying it. Be in it. Now up at your chest level. You're there. You're feeling great. Say the color, enjoy it. 99% is enjoying it. Who's there with you? What's it like? How does it feel? How does it feel? Up above your head, feel it. Feel it. All right. And now, infinity. Head is straight forward. Your head straight forward. Very, very slowly rotate the ball. Feel it. Feel it. Stay focused. Feel it. Feel it. Be in it. Feel it. Smell it. Touch it. Taste it. Hear it. What sounds are you hearing when this is reality? Feel it. Now I want you to notice something. As you're doing this infinity, here are your eyes. Do they feel like they're stretching at a certain point? If they feel like they're stretching, like it's to look at a particular area, stop the ball there. Wherever that stretches. There's some resistance to you manifesting right here. When you park the ball right there where you feel the eyes are stretching, what is here in resistance to me? What am I afraid of if I do this, get this manifestation? Put the eyes there. Is there someone or something that I'm afraid of if this actually happens? Just notice that. Notice that. And as soon as you identify it and you let go of your fear, you're going to see that your eyes let go. That the feeling of the stretching in the eyes, there's no more of that. And as soon as that happens, move on. Move on. Think about the manifestation, be in it, the joy of it all. And then noticing, is there any part of my eyes that are uncomfortable? And if so, just stop right there. Well, you might also find there might be places that your eyes don't want to look. It's the exact same thing. Stop the ball there and keep the eyes pinned. And what is it? What is it that's in my blind spot about this positive manifestation? What is it? What is it that I have yet to learn? As soon as you get the lesson or you drop the fear, you can actually get your vision right in that area. You'll feel the tug go away or the vision will clear up. Be there, enjoying your thing. Enjoying it. It has to be real. Make it real. Experience it. Give yourself permission to experience the dream. It's really fun to have your dream. It's great. It's great. It's great. Wonderful. All right. Stay in it. Feel it. Walk at the figure 8. It's a U-turn to the left, a U-turn to the right. Stay in your dream. Stay in your dream. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy. Fully enjoying having it. Now, enjoy it. Excellent. Okay. And now you put down your ball. Okay. You're going to this outer lip of your ear is in acupuncture. This is your spinal cord. Remember how I said we're going to stimulate your brain in multiple ways. Now we're going to do it through your spinal cord. You're going to cross over your arms. This crosses over the lobes of the brain, and you're going to pinch down this outer lip of the ear to stimulate that spinal cord. I want you to focus in on having this, the joy of this manifestation. Your dream is reality. You're going to squeeze and wiggle your ears, this outer lip. When you get down here, this is the brain. This is the tip of the spine. In the how it works. But you're going to think about this thing as real and happening now. I'm going to count you down at 20. At 0, you're going to be down at the earlobe. Ready? 25. Squeeze and wiggle. 24. Think about that manifestation. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Be there, enjoying it. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Pull those ears forward. Breathe in the tip of your tailbone and blow it out. All right. Now grab your ball again. Grab
Hey,
your
guys.
ball.
In the chat, some people are saying they feel some different sensations. Whatever it is you're feeling, whatever's coming up in the body, stay in it. If you're feeling flying high, do that. If there's a little resistance, feel that too. Just feel it.
That's good. With Cognomovement, you're going to have sensations in the body, and that is the difference that makes the difference. Let yourself feel it. It's really great. And well, we'll get to it. Just next step, I'm going to have you turn your head to the side and yawn. Turn your head to the other side and yawn. Some of you are going to have a lot of tingling up the back of your legs, up your spine. What we're doing is we're stimulating that main nerve in your body. It's called the vagus nerve. Okay, we're causing a release with this. Fantastic. Be in it. Okay, ready? Feel it. Face a new position and feel it. Enjoy it. You're there. It's happening. It's so good. It's so good. Feel it. Feel it. Say the color. Feel it. Your ball is down low. When the ball is low and your eyes are focused on it, we're in the kinesthetic part of your brain, the first way that you learn. And we're going from the logic to the creative side of your brain. Feel it. Feel it. Be in it. Be in it. You have it. You have it now and feel it. Okay, now we're going to move up to the solar plexus. Moving up. Moving up. And now we're going to move up to the chest level. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. And now we're going to move up to the throat level. Move up to the throat level. Feel it. Feel it. Be in it. Feel it. 2 hands on the ball. eye level, feel it. Up above your head, feel it. Say the color. All right. And now begin to rotate the ball in an infinity. Feel it. Feel it. You're in there. It's happening. It's so great. The joy of this happening. The sheer joy, excitement. Notice how you feel. Feel it. Again, as you're doing this, noticing, are my eyes pulling in any position? If they are, just park the ball there. If there's part of the vision that's maybe a little wobbly, just work that area. Work the area. The important thing is 99% of your attention is on being in it, feeling it, enjoying it. This is the best exercise, isn't it? All you're doing is just enjoying the fact that you have it now. So great. If the eyes are pulling, stop the ball and park it and ask the question, what is right here that's in resistance to me having? Is it a person? Is it something from my life? If I get this, then I'm afraid that there's going to be some other issue happen. Let yourself really open up to whatever perspective that may be blocking this. And just say, okay, all right, I'm afraid about that, and I can give up the fear to get this. All right, enjoy that. Enjoying it. All right, enjoy it. Enjoy. All right, walk in a figure eight. Walk in a figure eight. Turn to the left, turn to the right. Stay in it. 99% of your attention is feeling it, being in it and enjoying it. Just enjoy it. It's here, it's now. It feels so good. Oh, yeah. Enjoying it. Okay, ready? Turn your head to the side again and yawn. I really enjoy the sensation from doing that, those tingles up the back, that release. Turn your head to the other side and yawn. Okay, fantastic. Let's turn again to a new position that you haven't faced before. Go back to it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. All the way left, all the way right. Be in it. It's happening now. It's happening. Noticing all those things about it. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? Be in it. Notice how you feel about it as that's happening. And now above your head, be in it. It's great. All right, fantastic. Now, I'm going to walk the figure eight again. All right, I'm going to add now a piece of Cogno Quantum. This is only one piece, and it's I'm going to just add one little piece. It is not the entire program, but a small part of the program. This thing that you're looking at manifesting, there's an amazing discovery we've made, is that you can actually reach out and feel it in the field around you. We know now scientifically through the magnetoencephalograph that we actually can measure your thoughts outside your head. We can actually measure it with this MEG. So we know scientifically that it exists outside of you. But the amazing thing that you're going to have today is the thing that you want to manifest, whatever that thing is. Where is it in the field around you? What you're going to do right now, I'm going to count from 3 down to 0. At 0, you're just going to point. You already know where this thing that you want to manifest is in your field. And if you don't, just if it was somewhere, where would it be? Point there. Ready? Relax. If it was somewhere, where would it be? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? Now open your hand. Open your hand and reach out to that place and see if you feel something. This is with the physical hand, very slowly. Just does it feel like there, you could swear that there was like a little like thick air there, feeling like a thick air or a different sensation in that area with your hand. Move away from it and then move towards it and notice there might be a little bit of heat there. Heat, cold, like a little bit of an electrical pulse right there. But there's like it's like a light air jello, if you will. You'll actually feel it. If you can feel it there, put your hand underneath it and you'll actually feel there's like a weight to it. It's amazing. Feel it. This is what that magnetoencephalograph is actually measuring, that brain activity, right? That's your manifestation, and it's real, and it's in the field around you. Feel it now. Reach out, grab it. Imagine you're just grabbing it and pull that right into the top of your head. Pull it right into the top of your head. Imagine that you're pulling it in the top of your head. Focus on the manifestation and pull it now down, down, down through your body. Keep your attention on it. This is that manifestation, and you're pulling it right down through the center of your body. You're pulling it right down your body. Imagine, stay focused, pulling it down. You're pushing it right down to the base of your torso. And you're holding it there in the base of your torso. This is what they call your first energy center. As you hold it right there in this place, notice, does this thing want to stay there? Does it want to stay? Will it just naturally stay? Or is it trying to pop out? If it's trying to pop out, ask, why won't it stay? What is my fear? Just ask yourself, what is the fear that's keeping it, that won't allow it to stay? And now, whatever fear that is, let go of the fear. Make a trade. You know what? I'm going to let go of my fear so I can have this. What's more important, your fear or having this manifestation? If you let go of the fear, it will stay there. This is the lowest, slowest vibration that is closest to physical manifestation. Everything goes from a thought, an idea, to a thought, to saying things about it, to feeling it, and then ultimately it manifests. Things go from thoughts to things. And the discovery here is there's a natural transformer that you have. It goes through a process in your body. So that was just a little bit of Cogno Quantum and manifesting for you. It's not the whole program. It's just a little taste. But for some of you that, have tried this, you're going to have some amazing things happen this week. Anyway, we've had everything from jobs to new boyfriends to Porsches to you name it as manifested. It's through this Cogno Quantum process. But anyway, it's not your ordinary Cogno hour, but I felt really like the world needs this today, and everybody needs an uplift. So there you go. I'll stop now, and everybody can ask me any questions that you want. If I can help you in any way with whatever.
It looks like our Susie has a little smile. Susie, is that a little smile? You're muted, Susie.
Okay, I was trying to unmute. I'm laughing. I'm loving this. It's. I don't know if I cheated, but I picked something really big. I picked if I could live in 5D, then none of this shit would matter, right? So I went for the big one. And when Bill said, "Could you feel it?" I could feel it, and I knew he was going to pull it down in, and I pulled it down in. Interestingly, when I pulled it down in here, it went up through my other chakra, so I thought that was good. So I'm very encouraged. I love you guys so much. Thank you.
All right.
Glad you're feeling better.
I'm going to give you guys one last thing. And this is before we end here, but I'm not ending. Just before we go in Q&A, and Liz has some, you know what? Actually, I'm going to delay. Liz has some announcements. I'm going to have her, and then I'm going to give you one more technique, and we're going to do it. And it's going to be real quick. You're going to need a pad of paper because you're going to get some really great ideas. Listen to Liz on her announcements, and then I'm going to give you a technique that's going to help with manifesting this, another step in it that's really going to accelerate things for you. So I'm holding on to that. Let Liz get through this. Go ahead, Liz.
Okay, so a couple of things, guys. So I know a lot of you are new, and I was trying to answer some questions in the chat. A couple of things. So people want to know, how do you get a ball? So there are two ways. One is that you get it. It comes for free, actually, with the basic training course, which gives you all the pieces that you need to do a session for yourself. Actually, there's 3 sessions there: a craving, an emotional, and a physical, and troubleshooting. So that actually sets you up to take all of our classes. It actually is the first step to getting a practitioner certificate, but it's just the beginning. And it actually helps you, if you're going to work with a practitioner, it helps you to understand more before you get there and get more out of your session. However, the other way to get a ball individually is to go through a practitioner. So Annette, Marina, Cher here tonight. And if you're going to work with a practitioner, they can actually line you up with a ball. So those are the ways. We highly recommend going through basic training or getting a practitioner's help to get started. It's a comprehensive course, and that's the best way to get your to get started and get going and really get the ball moving. Okay. Secondly, we have some massive news. We have a big interview coming out on Gaia TV, Gaia.com, next Thursday. So next time we see you, that interview will be out. I'm going to share in the chat with you a link that you can actually go to Gaia and you can watch for free. And you can get a free subscription for a few days as well. So Gaia, it's Bill's portal directly. You can watch the videos that are there and also be eligible to watch the video for free when it comes out. Gaia is a lot of fun, and we love them. We support them, and they support us. The other really big announcement is, if you've been with us for a while and you're getting great results and you've been through basic training, practitioner training is coming up on the 12th live in San Diego. If you would like to be considered to come, please look at Annette. She's grinning. Annette's going to be there. Please reach out. You'll have a 15-minute call with me. We'll talk about your goals and make sure you're all fully eligible to get there. This time is going to be really special, guys. 3 of our best practitioners are going to be there to support you, to become part of your team. Bill and I become part of your inner circle. You become part of ours. And these other practitioners make the difference in life. They're amazing. And they will actually be there live with you. We'll be there live with you on beautiful Mission Bay. And you'll be actually getting the practice yourself hands-on. Lots of times it's live, but at a distance because of COVID and all that. And this is our first time really, really back. So please, if you're interested in that, reach out to me. We will next week have a brand new big announcement. We have a new book and a new program coming out. So, but to be eligible for that, you need basic training. So go to cognomovement.com, get your basic training. The last thing I want to say is please reach out to us, info@cognomovement.com. We'll answer your questions. We'll help you get set up for practitioners or basic or any of that stuff. And that's the fastest way to get a hold of us. So info@cognomovement.com. And I think that's everything I have to say for tonight, Bill.
All right. So everybody, I want to help you with your manifestation, right? If any, after I get done with this, we can talk about some of the things that you experienced. But you got to pad a pen and paper or your phone to make a note, because these things are going to are going to impact your manifestation. Ready? You grab your ball. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your ball and you're going to put it next to your left hand shoulder. Okay. And you're going to tick-tock this ball like this, very slowly, very, very slowly over the top and then to the other shoulder. Ready? And you're following it with your eyes. You don't have to reach way up. If you do it over your shoulders, you can just go tick-tock right over the top of your head. Okay? Follow the ball with your eyes. And here's what you're going to do. What is the practical things that I have yet to consider about my manifestation? What are the practical next steps to getting my manifestation? Your head is level, eyes only. Just touch the left shoulder, touch the right shoulder. What is the practical next step to getting my manifestation? Follow the ball over the top of your head. Tick tock. You can stop as the idea comes. Stop, make a note, because it's fleeting. And then go back, pick up your ball. What is it that I have yet to consider about my manifestation? What have I yet to consider about having this manifestation? Notice what comes. What have I not considered yet about a new way to get my manifestation? Something else that I just haven't considered yet about a way to get my manifestation. Very, very slowly, noticing what comes, noticing what comes. There we go. Okay, put your balls down, make any notes, because you're utilizing parts of your brain that you'd ordinarily don't use. These insights can be very fleeting, so you have to write them down. I don't want you to lose the valuable pieces of information that you just got. Okay, Good. Sorry, I'm talking. I should give you more time. Okay. And Liz Larson, while they're writing their notes, um, anything from Facebook, little book land that I need to answer or anything?
No, but when you're done, I just realized I did miss one important announcement. So when you're done, I have one more thing.
Okay. Let's see if people look like they're done writing. Everybody's cameras are kind of mostly off. Okay. All right. Um, okay. And um, so I think everybody's ready. Liz, go ahead with your announcement, and then I'm going to. I really want to. One of the things I want to ask is people's experience, but also, did people like this better than, especially people have been here around? Did you like it better than an ordinary Cogno Movement session, or how did everybody respond? Should I do it again? I don't know. Let me know. So anyway, Liz has an announcement. Go ahead, Liz.
Actually, the announcement I have is just one more fantastic thing. There's something brand new we have. I wanted to make sure everybody here knew about. Annette Villaverde and Coral Simpson, two of our senior practitioners, are both hosting daily Cogno Movement classes. They're short. Coral's is in the morning, Annette's is in the evening. Each of them is themed. They're about 30 minutes. They're intended to either start your day out with a bang, with getting clear, getting focused, having energy, or finishing the day with energy and calm at the same time. So it's a super inexpensive way to actually get your Cogno movement on a daily basis. So please go to cognomovement.com and the event section, and you can sign up for those. They're month-long classes. So that's
Okay.
really fun.
Well,
Wally wanted to know.
Can I
Oh, go
plug
ahead.
that for a second? And here's why. The reason that you're going to want to do their class is because Cogno Movement work is accretive. You are building neurological connections. Today, do you feel a little bit different after doing this? You built some new connections. Imagine after a month of different things, it is like boom, you really fire up your systems, and you are starting to connect things that you would never connect before. So it is a building process. It's uh, um, when we get older, right? Uh, the opposite happens. People shut down, and their eyes shut down, and you've seen them. They basically just sit in a chair and click and watch the same shows and eat the same foods and all those things. And people that do this become more and more dynamic and just flat out smarter because they got connections, right? My mom is like, I don't know. She keeps getting, every year's a new year. I think she's 86. And, she says, I am 25 years younger now. We've been doing it every day. And she is just as way, way more smarter than I don't even remember. I can't even remember when. So anyway, um, that's I would say if you have an opportunity to participate in Annette and Coral's classes, it's just awesome, and they're great teachers. Okay, great. And sorry, Liz, I stepped on you.
Oh, no. I was a question that Susie and Wally had, but I think I answered it. Let me know, Susie, if I did.
Okay, open mic. Hey, I'm here. Let's hear it. Did you like it? Hated it? Anybody, any sensations that anybody had? Anybody want to talk about anything I can help you with?
I'll speak. How are you guys?
Hi, who am I speaking?
Hi, Bill. Jonathan.
Hey, hi, Jonathan.
It's been a while. Last
Jonathan.
time I popped in, I was in Florida. But yeah, so I don't know. Recently, I felt the urge to do Cogno Movement again because I was feeling like I was just feeling like a consistent sense of disappointment with circumstances, and I'm like, okay, there's something here, you know, like because everything that was bugging me was like a sense of disappointment. So either way, I started doing it. But I mean, of course, it helped me, of course, all this stuff, you know. But interestingly enough, yesterday I did some pulling into my field, and I pulled it into my throat chakra kind of thing, and I felt like throwing up, you know. But I think it was like so much energy or something that my body was like, "What's happening?" You know. So it was just an interesting reaction to feel, you know. But
Okay.
I
Well,
not that I don't, I
let me-
wouldn't expect it, you know.
Yes.
But
let me address that.
yeah,
Okay. When we pull stuff out of the field and in, if I am having fear, what'll happen is the part of my body will start to reject. It's like it's too much. It's like
yeah,
what I'm trying to do is I am in conflict. I want something, but there's part of me that is in so much fear about if I do have it that that I haven't resolved it yet. So when we pull it in and you feel this, you can stop and just say, okay, hold on, just pull it up a little bit. And you say, okay, what is it that I'm afraid? And if you close your eyes, you will know what is it that I'm afraid. Explicitly in the throat, I'm afraid most often of being judged for something I'm going to say, or I'm afraid of what others, are going to say. One of the two things. Don't say that to me, or don't control, what I'm going to say, or if I do say this, then my world will collapse. Okay. And
yeah.
so anyway, this is a typical scenario. Do you in your life, if it's that significant for you, do you find that you have experienced like tonsil problems, strep throat, nothing like that in your life?
Not, well, no, not really.
So it's
No,
not a big throat thing for you.
not like physically. No, I wouldn't
No.
say. Yeah, yeah. No, I've never had like strong throat problems. Um, I don't know. I think I am also an artist, you know. So I even know that in the moment it was actually I was kind of bringing to my life the realization of having the creative career I wanted to,
Okay.
and just like the freedom of it, you know, like just like I do it. That's it. That's me, you know. And I know it was just like the overwhelming of the excitement, you know.
Oh,
So
you're so
it
excited.
was like, oh yeah, and also I did some you know, like, okay, now that I'm worthy kind of mindset, you know, like fully worthy, and I know this with every cell of my being, like kind of just really knowing that full conviction. And you know, at some point I was like reaching for excitement, and then I felt my heart was like, wait, you know, like there was something in my heart, like a little resistance, and I stayed with it for a little while. You know, I'm like, okay, clearly my heart is kind of not fully open to this idea. Like there's some fear because there was like I could
Yeah.
feel like basically like a bubble of by resisting, you know, of something. But yeah, I'm just sharing, you know, I know I have to work through them. And that's what I kind of do, you know. I in that moment I kind of try to stay with the fear. And in that moment was the fear of like kind of, oh, I don't know, even right now was kind of, if I had all of this, it would be unfair to others, you know, kind of like a sense of,
Oh,
oh, how unfair if I had all these things, you know, like it will be. So it was very like, right now I was doing more like, I don't know, like an easy, healthy body, you know, without so
okay.
much effort. And it was like, oh, how unfair for the people that like work out every day for you to just have a healthy body, you know, kind of something like that, you know. But I do. I would say I do have a hard time when I try to, like when you were saying, look, and when you feel the resistance, try to answer, ask the questions. I feel like I I become too intellectual or something, you know, like I get like kind of hooked on the question more
Oh, okay.
than normally. But I don't know, just sharing, because I've just, it was just crazy, you
Oh,
know, just feeling, of course, the fear, but also I was like, oh my God, I like, it's there, it's done, you know? But then it was like, oh, the heart is clearly fearing this thing being real. So
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's still exciting work. I love it.
Hey, let
Oh,
me
that's
jump in
great.
first. Let me jump in for a quick sec, Bill. I just want to say this for everybody. So when you're working a positive, because someone else said, oh, I'm feeling a little resistance. I mean, that's really common because the reasons we don't have it already sort of show up. If we were fully clear and fully, in alignment with it, it would be here already, right? So the cool thing about Cogno movement is that you can just whip out your ball if you already have it and just do a very quick 1 or 2 minutes up the body, just holding on to that feeling. Because like Jonathan said, you do not have to know the answer. In fact, most of the time, who cares about the answer? Because the truth is it's just a little resistance in your body. So focus on that sensation in your body, hold on to it as tight as you can, keep it, don't let it go, and work up the body left and right at just a quick Cogno movement session. And before you know it, that feeling is gone. And now you're just on to feeling great. So that's always an opportunity. Just a super quick Cogno session and boop, it's gone.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Hey, you know what? Thank you so much for sharing. And you know, the work on those fears. And
Yeah.
as the fear goes away, it'll happen easier. You deserve it. You
Yes,
deserve
yes. Thank you guys. I love your work.
it. Yeah.
I'm happy to
Good to see
that I
you.
received the email and I was like, oh my God, let's catch them. I haven't seen them in a good minute.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank
Cool. You're welcome. Thank you guys.
Anyone, any comments about what you experienced, felt in your bodies, or how I can help? Christy, your mic's off.
Yeah. So, Bill, so this is, I just did my first session on my own a couple days ago. I saw you on Gaia, your latest interview, and I went back and watched your other ones. I was very intrigued by it. I've been having some issues in my life that I do feel like have, come through traumas, from childhood, you know. So, I got the basic training program, super excited about it. And then when it arrived, it just sat there. Like I'm almost having fear and anxiety that I want it to work so bad that it's not going to work. So I'm now creating another issue, you know, and I did do it the other day. Sorry. And I chatted with Liz for a second that, I just was like hyperventilating. I felt like I was going to pass out. And and then today I was yawning a lot. So those are my two experiences. Do you have any advice for me?
Okay. Okay. So, you're going to have some reactions, right? With the whole thing, right? So the yawning, first of all, is a natural neurological response that when you release, and we actually, one of my teachers, ended up watching a session, and I got somebody down to like a 2, and then she was like, have them yawn. And I was like, yawn. That was like a what? Have them yawn. So I had them yawn, and it was like, boom, the 2 went to a 0. Just the last bit of it just left. So yawning is a release, right? It helps us to release. Burping will cause a release as well. So it's just a natural neurological response that helps us to release. It affects our vagus nerve, this nerve that controls our autonomic systems, and probably more than we even know. The different things we just don't know about. But as far as you did a session before you got online, and that was a session where you were trying to do it for yourself about a trauma or negative feeling, right? Right. Okay. And how many minutes in did the hyperventilation start?
I would say in my first round of doing it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, maybe 3 minutes into it or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's two ways to go. You can work with a practitioner, and we can schedule a session with you. And there's practitioners all over. Um, I actually was the one who sent out your ball, so I think I remember you were in LA.
I'm in
Right?
Burbank. Yeah.
Burbank, right? So I'm in San Diego. So there's a possibility of doing a live session if you're interested here in San Diego. I'm probably the closest one to you to do something. But you can do this. You can do this on your own. I know that this is uncomfortable, right? When you're having a reaction like that, and you may feel like throwing up, you may feel like something like you experienced. But if you like, you know what, I'm gonna get through it, I'm not giving up. And if you, all of a sudden what'll happen is the hyperventilation goes away, the feeling of nausea. Whoever had nausea, I had nausea, now I don't. No, it always ends up with, I'm in the bathroom throwing up, right? It's like, that doesn't even sound right. But we have it constantly. Even the practitioner, I see them laughing because they've gone through this, right, themselves. They're, you think you're going to throw up, and then it's like, oh, I'm fine, and it moves to a different part of the body. So anyway, the problem's stuck in the physical body, and it just needs to get worked. So my encouragement would be that look at it like it's a short-term deal. I'm going to live through the discomfort of this, and 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 as things shift, as you feel the shift in your body starting to happen, like, feel good about it. You might be crying and like, wow, snot's coming, it's like, but you know what? It moved. I've got it on the run. When it moves from one part of the body to another, you got this, So that would be my recommendation. You can kind of choose the two ways to go there. If you don't feel comfortable enough doing it on your own, and you don't feel like you can maintain, then we'll get a practitioner, and they'll help you to keep you in it and work it. Also, that some people use Cognomovement, and it's just like, I need to get over, there's one big thing, and I just need help with this one big thing. But typically what I find is that it is, there's more than one thing. And if you stay at it, like do a monthly program where you're like ding, 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 ding every day, you're clearing out one thing after the next, and everything transforms in your life. And it's just about having a, like, an awesome life, that you're really, in all of your power and your joy, and not living with these things like, the traumas we experienced, and having that haunt you, every day. Most people wake up and they don't understand something, that they have a feeling, and then they will start to think a thought equal to that feeling. And they wake up every day and they're like, you know what, I have this anxiety, and it's just there every day, and I can't help how I feel. And it's like, and then what happens is all day long they think anxiety thoughts, and it'll travel. If we solve one problem, you know, let's say we make the cancer go away in our husband or wife, okay, great, they're healthy, and we're going to shift it over to the anxiety will be now shifted to something else. And if we look at our lives, feelings have been pretty much the same all our life, basically feel like the same person,
Yeah.
but we've just shifted in between things to put the feeling on, right?
Yeah.
With Cogno movement, we eliminate the feeling, and then you don't think those thoughts, and now you're open to all new possibilities. If that does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Is there
one more
anything
thing,
else
Bill.
you experienced? Did you quit after 3 minutes?
No, I kept going, and it did subside. I didn't feel like I had any big movement, but that kind of dizziness and hyperventilation went away. I still just felt like I couldn't breathe, but the extreme went away. Like that, those extreme symptoms went away, and it was just a general, I just can't take a deep breath. You know, it's just, I just feel so heavy here in my chest, in my lungs, in my heart.
Okay. How long did you do Cogno movement for?
I probably did it 3 times in about 7 minutes, maybe total. So a good amount, I thought.
Oh, you mean a total of 7 minutes total?
No, I would start
21
out, I did 3 times, 7 minutes each ish.
Okay. About 20.
So about 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. And the specific situation that you worked on, do you feel any different about it today?
I do. I think so. I don't think it's resolved, but I do feel a little softer about it, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know, it doesn't feel like a knife. Maybe it just feels like pressure instead of a knife.
Well, I would call that good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, and that was 21 minutes. Is it worth another 21 minutes to actually not feel the pressure?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? Yeah. So I would say my guess is that you've been through the hardest part of it, and moving that through. So good for you. Yeah. Let me know how I can be of service to you or help you. I would encourage you. You got the ball. You got the videos. You could do this tonight.
Yeah.
You know. So if for whatever reason you need help, we're here for you.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Liz, did you want to say something too?
Yeah, there's just one other option that Bill probably didn't think of because we haven't had before. But you said in the beginning that, you know, it just sat there and you didn't do anything with it and you're having a hard time getting going. But the new option is you could join one of the daily classes, the Annette's or Coral's, that's just 30 minutes. It's a way to, you know, it's an appointment thing. You got to get in there and do it. But it's a way to actually have those mini sessions, get used to having the experience, and then work your way into it that way. Many of us do Cogno movement daily for 3 or 5 minutes too. That's another way. So right now, I mean, just happens this month, there's just tons of options for getting going. So whatever we can do to support you.
So they got the class. I think they call it. It's on our website. And
Yeah, they're in the chat, Bill. They put them in the chat.
Okay, so they put it in the chat in the monthly program. I think it's a monthly program.
Yeah, the monthly classes.
You could just go every single day. I think 5 days a week, maybe. I don't know.
I think they're available 4 days a week.
Okay, so 4 days
for this month, yeah.
And it's really economical, and there's a little class that you can go to. Basically, it keeps you on schedule.
Yeah, that's probably what I need.
Yeah, and you know, Christy, those little ones too, you know, 21 minutes is really not a lot of time, but you know, even if you could just do it for 5 minutes and pick the ball up later on in the day and do it another 5 minutes.
Sure.
Every little bit that you chip away at is going to make it easier and easier.
Thank you, guys.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Fantastic. Thank you.
All right, Bill McKenna, we have kept everybody way over past school.
I'm sorry. I just started enjoying myself. I just love doing this with everybody. So
It's
sorry
been
about
fantastic.
that. I'm, you know, everybody's got to make dinner and so on. Hey, thank you all. Sorry, if there's, gosh, I guess I have to stop. All right. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, all our practitioners that showed up. Thank you for everybody. Susie, Christy,
Thank you.
Jonathan, Shelby, thank you for all sharing and participating in so that everybody else can hear what's going on.
Hey, Ed
And
was here. Hey, Ed, we didn't get to say hi to you.
Ed.
Glad you were here.
Hi.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Bill.
Oh, God, I wish I spend all night with all you guys.
No,
Ed, how you doing, Ed? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I was really
All right. Anything manifest?
Things are moving in a really good way. And that
Nice.
this thing tonight was
Woo.
really cool. Some stuff came up. It was like kind of very unexpected and interesting.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. All right.
Bill, was it just because we were going through so much that this positive thing seemed so much easier? But this was so fun tonight. It just was so easy to keep the positive focus. Loved it.
And it works. It
Yeah.
works. It really does work. Just keep doing it, and you're gonna find that it works. You gotta stay on course of these things, and it really accelerates it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't have to be constantly working on some negative thing. I mean, you can get just as much done with the positive.
And it's fun.
Thank you,
I was just gonna suggest to Susie that maybe you could save this, the replay. Save the replay so you can watch it again when you're struggling next time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shelly.
All right. Thank you all. I'll see you, hopefully next week. And yeah, what can I say? Have a great one. Just, email us, let us know how we can help you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
Good night,
Liz Larson.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.